I'm Michael L. I'm out here and all this stuff out here in the trash in the street with Charlotte right here, right? And it's telling you, and it's telling us all kinds of different stuff, you know. And I just want these Republicans to understand that God has showed us what's going on. And all these apartments that y'all build, y'all look to my out the window of the driver's side. Above where the white guy standing in the corner, it is mass apartments complex. The Republicans have owned all these buildings on our land. They have somehow gotten permission through the city council to put all these buildings in places where people didn't want them at. The neighborhood communities always vote against it. They all have to go down there and fight off the developers. But as you see in the city, this is Charlotte, North Carolina. It didn't matter what the people in the neighborhood thought. See all these apartments out here? This is a mass voters fraud. See where it says now leases? It costs you $2,000 to move into these apartments. There's nowhere Democrats, and all this is Democrat areas until it's time for the Republican voters. They're going to try to vote out the Democrat seats with these Republicans who's registering to vote in all these mass apartments. Who are the Republicans? They own the companies that's building these apartments and these shopping malls and paying off the city, bribing whoever it is through the city planning committee to get the permits issued through. These are mass Republicans moving into Democrat areas. They will not move this into Republican areas, build these shopping centers in Republican areas, because they already control the Republican area. They want the areas they can't control. Look at all the mass apartments. This is a voter fraud. See, all these are Republicans that's living in this, and I need to know how many votes can you count on one particle. See, one particle or half a particle is like a house, you know. But this right here, all these voters, is mass apartment. Listen, I'm a Democrat for life. My mother and grandmother was too once we realized that our government was ran by us. And as we formed our government, and my grandparents formed the government in Charlotte, it was all Democrat. For some reason, the Republicans are moving into Democrat areas, moving jobs into Democrat areas, paying Republicans over $5,000 per month in these companies that they own, saying that their jobs, whatever, these contractors, developers. When you check the registration of the voters record, you'll find that these people are owned, these companies are owned by Republican voters. Republicans are registered to vote. And their affiliates, and their companies, and their backlogs. But nevertheless, we have to bring this to an end. And I'm not just ranting, you know, it may seem like it, but I'm not. When you know somebody coming to a poor neighborhood and build apartments that cost $1,500 a month to rent, they're not building those apartments for the people who live in that neighborhood. They're building for people who can move in those neighborhoods because their agenda is to move out the people that's in the neighborhood. And I don't want to make this right here too long because, you know, it's more that have to be revealed. Like 98% of the police department, all they vote is Republicans. 98% of the prison is owned by Republicans. There should be no prison owned by no company. If the government cannot, which is the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, does not set out for a prison, there can be no company on this land that owns a prison because it's slavery. Because these companies are making profit from the prisoners that's in prison. But how about that the prisons being owned by Republicans? Do you know 98%, or did you know 98% of the prison population are Democrat voters, registered voters, or come from registered Democrat families? So my gesture to Democrats and Democrat families, I'm not going to spend forever. I've been doing this for like 20 years almost now. And it's time for y'all to understand what God is showing us, is that all these mass apartment complex that's been built in the heart of Democrat voters' land, why are they not building them in Republican voters in the heart of their land? They're the ones who don't have jobs. They moving to here for the jobs. So why wouldn't the Republicans say, okay, Mint Hill, North Carolina is a Republican territory. Let's build all these mass apartments there and move the people in there. Or Davidson, or Dallas, North Carolina, or, you know, Hickory, North Carolina. All these places like 30 minutes from Charlotte. And all of them Republican voters. But they want to put it right in the middle of where the Democrat votes at. You know, if the Democrat Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer don't really get to the point where they can understand that in Charlotte, North Carolina, we need you here to address these issues, because like me, myself, I've been put into a federal prison for 5 years because I wouldn't stop talking. They indicted me on the 841 conspiracy to sell drugs, and that war on drugs that needs to be eliminated. And they also accused me of being a felon, and I had never been a felon. Until this day, I've never been convicted of a felon nowhere. But yet, the federal government, this United States Federal District Court in Charlotte, North Carolina, Nancy Pelosi, they indicted me because they won't tell me. Every time I file a lawsuit, see the lawsuits, Michael L. versus the Charlotte Microwave Police, more criminals in the conspiracy to break up the Democrat families. Okay, you Democrats, tell me how many people in Democrats out there right now that know somebody in jail, going to jail, or have been to jail, or in prison right now. You know, and you always say, well, they need to follow the law. And, you know, and so a person like me who have not followed all laws of no land of man, because they're man-made laws and they're set to break my own concentration with God the Creator, which is peace, love, liberty, and happiness to all, as God has said and the Constitution has said. So I feel that we need to first address the voter fraud, and then address the unlawful incarceration of all people from the Democrat family, because truly indeed it's one of those schemes that's going to keep the Democrats from voting. If I'm in prison, why would I want to vote for you, Democrat? I ain't going to vote for the Republican because he's the one that put me in. That was the Republican police that arrested me, and that was a Republican judge that sentenced me, and I was prosecuted by a Republican DA. Now, where was you at, Mr. Democrat, while they was doing all this to me? Okay, and I asked for help. Did I get that? No. Peace and love conquer it all. Michael L., July 2020.